Hey there, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a really unique exploration. We're focusing on just one single source. It's a short, but wow, incredibly reflective audio piece. It's titled, It Echoes Like You Don't Know .mp3. So our mission with this deep dive is basically to unpack this surprising idea it presents. You know, how these profound historical, temporal connections, how they can be found right there in the simplest, everyday natural elements around us. It kind of challenges that notion that history is just, trapped in books or museums. It suggests it's something you can actually, literally feel all around you. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how this perspective immediately invites us to experience the world differently. It just shifts things. The source suggests that every stone, every breeze, and every mountain carries the echo of time. And that's not just, pretty language. It fundamentally reframes time. It stops being this static, linear thing we read about in textbooks, right? Instead, it becomes, a living, breathing presence, infused into the very fabric of our environment. When we talk about challenging the linear concept of time, we mean moving beyond just seeing history as a straight line of dates and events. This piece sort of nudges us toward a more, interconnected view, maybe multidimensional, where the echoes of really ancient times resonate right alongside recent memories.
That idea of time as a living presence, that really shifts the lens, doesn't it? Makes you stop and consider, like an old tree in your neighborhood, completely differently.
Exactly.
The source talks about this really powerful, tangible connection. It encourages you to touch history in an old tree and even feel it in the ground beneath your feet. It brings history out of the abstract.
Right into your hands.
Yeah, into your very hands and souls. It suggests a history that's not just observed, but really viscerally experienced. But, okay, beyond an old tree, which is kind of an obvious example, what are some less obvious places we might find these temporal echoes?
Oh, that's a great question, because the beauty of it is it's everywhere. It's omnipresence. Think about the subtle layers you see in a rock face, those striations. They aren't just patterns, they're basically a record, right? Of eons of geological shifts, sedimentation, erosion. Each layer kind of whispers about ancient seas or volcanic eruptions, or maybe the slow crawl of glaciers. Or think about a river just meandering along. Its current reflects not just today's rain, but these huge hydrological cycles over millennia. The shaping of valleys. And you can almost imagine the forgotten journeys of ancient peoples who used its banks, even the soil, the dirt beneath your feet. It's a living archive. It's made of decomposed stuff from countless generations of life, mixed with minerals carried by winds and water over who knows how long. They're not just inert objects, you see. They are dynamic, multi-layered stories.
Right, so this isn't just about, appreciating nature in a general way. It's more about perceiving these overlapping timelines within the natural world itself.
Yes, exactly.
It's the slow geological pulse happening right alongside the fleeting human imprint, all coexisting now in the present. So how does actively tuning into this perspective, how does that fundamentally alter our relationship with our surroundings?
Well, I think it creates this really profound sense of continuity and belonging. We often feel separate from history, don't we? Or even separate from nature sometimes. But this perspective, it sort of dissolves those barriers. When you feel the weight of deep time in a simple stone, or the accumulated life in the soil, you're not just an observer anymore. You're part of that continuous flow. The source highlights this beautifully. The past whispers its stories, filling this present with wonder. It's not really about nostalgia or just acknowledging what was. It's about letting this pervasive sense of history infuse your actual current moment with awe and a deeper connection that really transcends the everyday stuff. It fosters this kind of active, mindful engagement with the environment. It goes way beyond just looking.
So what does this all mean for us then, when we boil it down? The core takeaway, I guess, from this really profound source material, it's this tangible invitation to perceive history not as some distant chronicle of human events, but as a multi-layered living archive found in every ancient rock, every weathered tree, even the layers under our cities. It really transforms history from something maybe academic or distant into a visceral, felt presence, enriching our understanding of how we're connected to the world.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the source wraps it up so well. It says, you are part of its timeless tapestry. Revel in the magic. This isn't just saying history exists around you. It's saying you are an integral, active thread in this whole unfolding narrative. It really fosters a profound sense of belonging, and awe, and just a deep appreciation for the continuous, layered story of time. It definitely shifts our understanding of ourselves within this grander scheme. It reminds us that the story of our planet isn't just in dusty archives, it's written right into the landscape. And it's sort of urging us to feel its vast legacy through, well, direct interaction.
That's a really powerful realization, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe as you go about your day, you could consider this. How might you actively tune into these whispers of the past in your own surroundings? Perhaps you'll look at a river differently next time, or a rock, or even just the dirt beneath your feet, and maybe pause for a second to feel that echo of time, recognizing your own place within its timeless tapestry.